Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angie from Burton Avenue, and I want to show you how to make amazing things with your Cricut. Welcome to day 23 of my 25 Days of Craftmas series, where I show you how to make 25 different Christmas projects using your Cricut. And I also share the SVG files I use to make these projects for free, so you can make them too. Today, I'm showing you how to make this cute Christmas directional sign. Now the arrows in the sign came from Dollar Tree, so you don't have to be worried about cutting them all out. I'm excited to show you how to make this, so let's go take a look at the supply list and get started. For this project, you'll need the wooden shapes for the front of the sign, and I found these all at Dollar Tree. You'll also need a 3/4 inch square dowel, paint and a brush, vinyl, a scraper and a weeding tool, transfer tape, wood glue, your Cricut, a cutting mat, and the cut file. So grab your supplies and head over to your computer. The first thing that we need to do is grab the SVG file we'll be using for this project. You can get it for free on my blog at burtonavenue.com. I keep all the SVG files for the projects I make and share in this free SVG library. These files will work with all kinds of cutting machines and they're free to everyone. Once you're on my site, just go ahead and click on Free SVG Files and then Free SVG Library. You will need a password to get in, and there are instructions on the screen if you need to get one. Once you're in the library, you can search for the file Welcome to the North Pole. It will either be listed under the most recent projects and cut files or under the category Craftmas 2020 Day 23. You can also use your browser search to find it. Once you've found the file, go ahead and click on it, and the file will be downloaded onto your computer. Now when you download these files online, they come in a zipped folder and you have to unzip them before you can use them in your software. To do this, you're going to need to go to the location where downloaded files are saved onto your computer. Once you're there, look for that zipped folder that we just downloaded and double click on it. And a new window will open, and somewhere you should see the option to extract or unzip. Click that and another window will open. And this will just show you where on your computer the unzipped files will be saved. You need to remember this location because you'll have to get to it once you're in Cricut Design Space. So go ahead and click on extract, and those files will be unzipped, and now they're ready to use. So let's head over to Design Space and start a new project. Once you're on the Canvas screen, go ahead and click on the Upload button, then click Upload Image, and then click on Browse. Now you're going to want to find that folder that we just unzipped. Once you find it, you can double click on it, and inside that folder, you'll notice there's several different file types, and we want to use the SVG. And sometimes the SVG file will show up on your computer as a Chrome HTML document. So if you don't see SVG file listed, be sure to look for that. So select the SVG and then click Open. Make sure it's the file that you want to work with and then click Save. Select the design one more time and click Insert Images. And now the design will appear on your Canvas screen. The first thing we're going to do is resize it so that it will fit nicely on our wooden pieces. So I'm going to go up and change the width to 8.5 inches, and I'll leave the height proportional. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is create some little skinny rectangles, and this will be to create stripes on our wooden dowel. So go over and click on Shapes, and then click on Square, and then go up and click on the padlock and change the width to 1/4 inch by 11.5 inches. Okay, and we're going to make several of these. So right click and choose Duplicate, and then do that again. Now this piece we are going to make the height just a little bit smaller. So click on the padlock again and put 10 3/4 of an inch, and then make a duplicate of that one as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is rearrange all of these pieces so we can try and fit them on one 12-inch piece of vinyl. To do that, we need to right click and choose Ungroup so that we can select the individual phrases and move them around. So now just start shifting things and try and fit them onto a 12-inch piece of vinyl. Okay, it's a little bit tight, but we got everything to fit. So now just select all of these pieces, and then you're going to right click and choose Attach, and everything will change the same color, and now these pieces are all locked onto the mat in the same order that we see them on our screen. So now you can go over and click on the green Make It button, and this screen will show what our designs are going to look like on our cutting mat. If everything looks good, click on the green Continue button. And once Design Space finds your Cricut, you'll be taken to this screen. Make sure that your dial is set to vinyl, and then you can go load your mat. So place a piece of white vinyl on your cutting mat and smooth it out so there aren't any wrinkles or bubbles. Then load it into your Cricut by pressing the up and down arrow button. Once your machine is ready to cut, the C button will light up. Press this and the machine will begin cutting. When your Cricut is finished, press the up and down arrow button again to unload your mat. Remove the white vinyl from your cutting mat and weed away all the excess vinyl. You can use a weeding tool to pull out the pieces from inside of those letters. Once everything is weeded, you'll want to trim off those skinny rectangle stripes. Now we're going to apply the transfer tape. So place a piece of transfer tape sticky side up on your work surface, and then place the vinyl on top of that. Rub over the design with your scraper and then trim off any excess transfer tape and cut apart the individual phrases. Now that our vinyl is ready, let's work on the wood portion of this sign. To make the sign, you'll need 3 wood arrows and 1 shaped piece for the top, and I found all of these pieces at Dollar Tree. You'll also need a 3/4 inch square dowel cut at 24 inches, and you'll also need 4 2.5 inch pieces cut from that same dowel. So you're going to start by removing the hangers and the staples from all those wooden shapes. If your top piece has holes, you'll need to use wood filler to fill them in. Once that has dried, sand it down so it's nice and smooth. Now it's time to paint. Start by painting 2 of the arrows green, and then you'll want to paint the last arrow red. Also paint the top sign piece and all of the dowels red. And all of these pieces will need 2 to 3 coats of paint. Once the paint has dried completely, it's time to add our vinyl lettering. So grab one of the phrases and remove the vinyl backing. Then position it on the center of your arrow. Rub over the vinyl with your scraper and then remove the transfer tape. Repeat these steps with the other arrows. When you apply the vinyl to the red arrow, make sure it's pointing the opposite direction of the 2 green arrows. Also apply the vinyl lettering to the wood that goes at the top of the sign. Now grab your 24-inch dowel and your skinny strips of vinyl. Wrap one of the strips of vinyl around the dowel. Place it on the dowel at an angle so it will go up the dowel as you wrap the vinyl. When you reach the end of the strip of vinyl, grab another one and overlap the ends. Then keep wrapping the vinyl up your dowel until you reach the top, and then trim off any excess vinyl. Now place the wooden dowel flat on your work surface. Then grab all your wooden signs and place them on the dowel until they look good. Lift up one of the arrows and put some wood glue on the dowel where the arrow will go. Then place the wood arrow back on top of the dowel. Repeat these steps until all the pieces are glued down. Let the glue dry completely before moving on. To finish this sign, we are going to add a base so that it can stand up all by itself. We are going to create the base with the 4 small dowel pieces, and we'll put them together like this, and the dowel on the sign will go in the middle. It's an easy way to create a base without a lot of woodworking skills. Start by gluing one piece onto the dowel and let it dry for a few minutes. Then glue on the next piece. If there's any excess glue, you can wipe that off now. Let these 2 pieces dry for about 10 minutes. Then stand up your sign and glue on the 3rd piece of wood. Finally, glue on the last piece and wipe away any excess glue. And that's it. Now you just need to find a cute place to display this sign. Thanks for joining me on day 23 of Craftmas. If you love this project and want to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe so you'll get notified each time I post a new video. See ya!